I'm David.
I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do the review of Everdell. And if you haven't had a chance, please check out our How to Play video and our playthrough.
Yes.
Everdell is part of our project to do videos on the top 100 family games as rated by Board Game Geek users. Currently, as of October 2019, it is in the top 10 of the family games.
Wow.
And it is, behind us is a sample of the top 20. And we're almost done with the top 20. We're looking forward to switching these out with
Yes, we can't wait.
to 21 through 40.
We have two more games to play for
No,
y'all.
actually 3 more. That's okay. We're almost there. It took a while to get that because it was out of stock.
All right, that's right, I
why
remember.
in the older videos you won't see it behind us all the time. Because
Right. We didn't have it.
We didn't have it yet. All right, so let's take a look at the overview.
Can I do it?
Sure.
Okay. This is a family strategy game for 1 to 4 players. Takes 40 to 80 minutes to play for 14 and up ages. This is a drafting, end game bonuses, worker placement, city building, tableau building. Whew! And the publisher is Sterling Games. That's a lot.
Right, so if you haven't seen the reviews before, we come up with our positive, negative, and neutral list.
Yep.
And we enter them in separately so we don't really have an idea of what each other's going to say. And then we give our rating based on the Board Game Geek top 10.
Yep.
So Julie will go first
Yes,
on
I
how
will.
she rates it.
All right, you guys. I love the meeples. They are so darn cute. They're little animals and they are adorable. The game board is really cool. I've never seen anything like this or played anything like this. So I really like the game board. The art on the cards, absolutely adorable. You little kids, big kids, everyone will love it. It's too cute. It doesn't take too long to play with 2 players, although in our playthrough it seemed to take forever because we were explaining what the cards were and such, but usually it doesn't take that long.
Well, actually, it took only about 45 minutes.
And still long.
Yeah.
And
Well, for you it is.
For me it is. But if we had more players, I know it would be too long for me to play because it is just too much. And I found it a little tricky to learn there's a lot of things you have to remember where to go, what you can do, what you can't do.
For when you're learning the game, there's so many options, and then you don't know the cards right away.
It's
That's
overwhelming.
why it's tricky.
It's just overwhelming.
So I think it gets quicker to play and less difficult to play the more you play it.
Well,
But yeah, there's a big
true.
learning curve at first because of all there's
127.
128 cards. I mean, there's duplicates of them.
It just, it
But-
just got a little bit too much for me.
I mean, this is our 3rd or 4th time playing, and we encountered cards we never found before. That shows you that you got to play it a lot to get through that deck.
Right.
All right, so I'll go over my
Okay. What do you
rating?
have to say for yourself, David?
All right, so thematic art and quality components. Yeah, this is a well put together game, and this is it looks great on the table.
Yeah,
and
it's really pretty.
And it immerses you in the theme that you're part of this, like Disneyland type.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
what's that ride?
Snow White?
What's the ride down the water thing again? The water ride in Disneyland.
Oh, shoot.
Reminds you of that a little bit.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it, but... Oh, Splash Mountain.
The Splash Mountain. Kind of reminds you of Splash Mountain a little bit.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
So it's replayable because of all the options that you have. So you have different forest cards. So if I show that here, these forest cards are going to be different every time. The special event cards are going to be different. And then you're not going to get through the whole deck. I mean, we had, at least in a 2-player game, over half the deck left.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's going to be different a lot.
Heck yeah. And I think with more players, too, that what you're going to get is going to be different as well because
Right.
it's all going to be spread out more.
So it is tolerable complexity, length, and analysis paralysis compared to other tableaus. So let me explain that. We, unless we have to, we won't be playing Terraforming Mars. Okay? Because that, very AP.
Please don't make me play it, guys.
We might someday play it on camera and such, but in our personal life, we have avoided it for that reason. Just like I haven't played Race to the Galaxy for that reason as well. Because there's a lot of cards, a lot of icons, and a lot of options. So I've avoided those games because when you go into that much detail and you got to worry about that and have that many decisions, it feels like work to me.
Yeah.
I have to do that on my day job a lot. And
You want to enjoy playing a game.
And being a doctoral candidate, I'm very detail-oriented. But when I play a game, I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to go into that much detail.
Right.
Doesn't mean I won't play a game like that ever. It just means that it's not on my list of things to want to play.
Right.
Okay?
That makes sense.
So this, though, by comparison to those other games, has just a right amount of analysis paralysis without it being too overwhelming. Now, if we're playing with someone that's very competitive, I probably wouldn't play that game with them. If they're going to they're going to look at, okay, how many points you have, how many points you have, and they're going to sit here for 5 minutes figuring out the optimal move.
And you'll see in our playthrough that I said, well, David's going to win because he has more points than I do. But I wasn't counting it. I just looked how many cards he had. I didn't see how much the numbers were on the side.
Right.
I just saw he had all these cards. I'm like, okay, he's definitely going to kick my butt, which was okay. But I didn't even know what he had. I didn't even realize he had the husband and the wife and a farm.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But
'cause
it's okay.
We're playing for fun.
Yeah,
but again, a very
absolutely.
competitive person who really wants to win so bad, they're going to be analyzing every move and maximizing every move.
I wouldn't play with someone like that.
Because you're only going to have so many workers you can place throughout the game. And they're going to try to maximize how many resources they get and how many cards they can get, etc.
Right.
So, but in a friendly competition, it's tolerable compared to the other two games that I mentioned.
Yep.
All right, so it needs more examples to learn. So, I've played Advanced Squad Leader, okay? This is an easy rule book to read. However, there's a couple spots which I'll go over in the how to play videos, like, how does that work again? And make some assumptions that if you just provided a couple examples, have been like, wow, got it, boom. I had to look up a couple of things just to understand how to play. And then the rule book is actually very accessible. Just provided a couple more examples, which gets to my next comment, that I do not recommend this for casual game-playing families. Even though it's on the family game list, the fact that it is 14 and up is appropriate. But that 14 and up needs to be people who are a gaming family, who were Pandemic and Settlers of Catan and Carcassonne they've already mastered those games, and they're on to more complex games like Seven Wonders. Let's see, what Wingspan, looking behind us, Clank. So if they are able to handle those games, they can handle Everdell. But if they're a family that's just used to playing Monopoly and Sorry, and they have trouble playing Settlers of Catan,
They'll be sorry to play this.
they're going to have a hard time with this game. There's
Yes.
just too much going on,
Yeah.
too many options for a game family that's casual. Okay, so yes, this is on the Board Game Geek family game list. It is a great game for families.
Oh, yeah.
But with the caveat that it has to be a family that is used to playing more complex medium level games. Okay,
Yeah.
not light games.
No, I agree.
So that's just a warning there. Could you get a casual family to play this? Maybe, but it might be pulling teeth, and they might have such a difficult time that they may not ever want to play it again.
Right. You don't want to
So
do that.
could be a mistake to play it with people who are new to the hobby.
True.
Or new to games that are more complex.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't recommend this at first.
No.
They need to get some other games under their
And
belt
then,
first.
then move into it.
Yeah, and then move into this.
Yeah.
All right, so that's, again, my
2 cents?
my recommendation about that. So it is appropriate to say that it's 14 and up. That's a good move.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now we're going to see how
Now,
we rated it.
Our kids, though, could have handled it at age 10 because they were playing Star Wars miniatures and very complex
That's
games when
true.
they were 5 and 7. So for them, they could have handled it.
True.
Okay. But then we wouldn't have been that competitive
Yeah.
with it. All right. But anyway, so let's do our rating according to the Board Game Geek 1 through 10 list. Oops. So here we go.
All right. I said very good.
Okay, enjoy playing and would suggest it. So Julie is saying that she would, if she was out of the games that we have, she would say, hey, let's play Everdell. Okay? Whereas me, I'm usually willing to play if it's suggested. I don't know how often I would suggest this.
Honestly, I don't know how often I would either, but I just really like the meeples in the cards.
Right, well, you like the theme. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
So maybe after more plays, it will move up to an 8 or 9 for me. This is a solid game. I'm happy to own it. It will stay in our collection.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know how often I'm going to say, hey, let's play Everdell. It might be more often than it probably will be more often than other games, okay?
I
That's
think
for
we
sure.
might play it when our niece and nephews come who are gamers.
Right.
That I might, like when they come for the holidays.
And then
might play
if
it.
I want to introduce somebody to a tableau style game with a lot of options, this would be the game that will come first to the list to
Yeah.
introduce them to that style before playing something more complex.
I agree.
So again, I think maybe with the expansions, when we play with the expansions, when we play this more, maybe we'll move up on the list. But again, we're happy to own it. But see, Julie's at 8 for her because she really loves the theme
I do.
and the pieces and things like that. And you know what? With only 4 rounds and the amount of workers you get, and if we learn the game more, it's going to go a lot quicker.
It
We might
will.
be able to play this in 30 minutes.
That would be amazing.
And in fact, let's see here, 40 to 80 minutes, you might even be able to get it down to 30 minutes.
I would be happy with 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
I would.
But anyway, so please remember,
To like and subscribe.
and check out our playthrough and how to play video of
Yes.
Everdell. And if we get 100 likes, we'll do the same group of videos for the expansion. So I'm David.
I'm Julie.